Everybody, how are y'all? It is Monday morning and I know it is a bit early, but I am off today, but I'm heading out to go do a whole bunch of errands. So I want to get on here real quick because I know it's been a while. I've been super busy with work and stuff, so I wanted to get on here real quick and I wanted to talk to y'all about foundations and our new Illuminators, okay? So I have already done my eye makeup because I don't want to keep y'all here forever, okay? So we're going to do that. But, so we're going to start off, I already primed my face and moisturized it and all that good stuff. And we are going to use the liquid foundation, okay? This is the foundation that goes on liquid and dries to a powder finish. But now that we've come out with these new luminizers, and they come in 6 different shades, and they have liquid, there's powder, and then there's a stick. So this is the stick. I got my stick in the other day, and this is like the 3rd darkest color. It's called Benevolent. And the thing with the stick is you can basically, and what the luminizers are is where the sun hits your face, you want to shimmer. Okay, think J-Lo, think, I don't even know her name, Ellen Pompano, whatever, from Grey's Anatomy. You know, she kind of always has that dewy kind of shimmery look. So the stick goes on as kind of a liquid, and then it'll dry to a powder finish. I'm trying to fix my lighting because it's really, let me see if I close this a little bit more, if it's a little bit better for y'all. So anyway, and so this color, I'm not going to use the stick today. I only have the stick in one color, and I'm still working with it. It's a very pale, but it's got a little bit of shimmer to it color. I'm still trying to decide which best way to use it. Not a huge fan of it so far. But then we have, these are the liquids, okay, and I've got them in 2 shades. I've got a pearly and I've got a lustrous. So I'll put these on my hand. And what I love what these do, you hardly need any. And I actually, that is what is my eyeshadow right now. I used pearly, which I'll show y'all on my eyes. And I like to mix them with my liquid foundation because it kind of gives you a little bit of a shimmer all over. These are these 2 colors. So hang on, I'm still trying to fix this light here. So, let's see, that might be better. So this is the pearly, which is the darker color, which is what I have on my lower lids. And then this is lustrous, which is the lighter color. And then this is benevolent, so it's lighter. So you kind of get in 3 of the shades here, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lustrous, and I'm going to put a little bit with my liquid foundation. So the way that you do that, so you take your liquid foundation, here's my liquid foundation brush, and then I'm gonna make sure my liquid foundation is all mixed up, and we're gonna put our drops on the brush of our liquid foundation like you normally do, and you could even put a drop less than what you normally put. And then what you're going to do is you're going to add 1 bit, and I'm guessing you could do more, but I only put 1 good little bit of this on my brush. So you can see this is the Illuminizer right here, and the rest is my liquid foundation. And then we're going to just mix it all in, and it'll kind of give you a little bit of that sheen all over. So that's what I like. I like kind of too how it ever so slightly thickens the consistency of the liquid foundation. So that is one of the reasons I really like the liquid luminizers. So I love the liquid as an eyeshadow. You can also do the liquid and use a sponge to apply it where you want it. So I'll show you when we get to that part how you can use the liquid. And I actually didn't bring my sponge with me over here. Not to mess with my eyebrows because I've already done them today. Okay, so these are the luminizers mixed in with my liquid foundation. Okay. All right, so that's going to give you a nice little sheen all over. So we're going to just finish my face, and then I'm going to show you how I use the powder luminizers to kind of finish off a look. So we're going to do a little bit of contouring, and I love to use the bronzers to do the contouring because that's my next step. Is I'll get my foundation on all over, then I'll do some contouring, and then I'll show you a couple little tricks that I like. So I love our beachfront bronzers for contouring, okay? So I have two different shades. You can see that this one is Malibu and it's darker, and then this one's Sunset and it's lighter. So when I first started, I was always using the Sunset because I was new to contouring and I didn't want to mess up and it looked bad. But now that I'm daring, I use the Malibu. I actually still use both, and I'll show you where I use them all. So first off, we're going to use the Malibu, and we're going to define our cheeks, okay? And we put them in right there. So what we're trying to do is to contour. Right now, all of this side of my face is just one blank slate now that we used our liquid foundation. But we want to add some more definition back to our face, kind of give us maybe a little weight lift, make us lose 10 pounds just by applying makeup. It's amazing what you could do with some makeup tricks, right? So when you're applying this, you want to go below your cheekbone, okay? And you want to kind of go to where the end of your eye is. And you can already tell by looking at my face, it looks like my cheekbones are kind of sunken in, right? On both sides. Okay? So, want to lose another 5-10 pounds? Let's go to our jawline. I'm still using the darker color Malibu, and you want to go along the jawline here, and along the jawline here. Now, of course, you want to blend it in, okay? But this is how you're going to sculpt your face, and that's what we're doing. We're sculpting our face, losing a little bit of weight. I mean, who doesn't want to lose a little bit of weight, right? Okay, so now I'm going to switch to a few other things. So we're going to switch to the lighter color. Now, you can use the same color to do all of this, but I just don't want it so defined. I have a really big forehead, right? So what I want to do is kind of shrink my forehead so it doesn't look so big. So I'm going to take this Sunset, which is a lighter color. I've done it with the Malibu too. It's whatever your preference is. And I'm going to go along my hairline here to kind of put a shadow here so it doesn't look like I have such a ginormous forehead. Okay? Just adding a little bit more definition here and there. And I didn't bring my little bit brush. But, all right, you've got a big nose or you want to sculpt your nose. We're going to add some bronzer there. Go on both sides of your nose. I'm just kind of squeezing this brush because I didn't bring my little bitty brush. But you see how that kind of just narrowed my nose? And then if you put it on the tip, it kind of helps turn your tip up, your nose up. So that's how you use bronzer. Super easy. I never used bronzer before, but I love it. It is definitely a must-have. Look, if you don't want to do a whole lot of stuff to your face and you're like in a hurry, powder foundation or BB cream, bronzer, and then you can even put this bronzer on your eyelids to have a little bit of eyeshadow. Okay, so we've got that done. The next step I'm going to do is under my eyes. Okay, I didn't even do my... So what I started doing, if you have a lot of dark circles, then concealer is perfect for you. I fortunately don't need concealer, but what I started doing was, this is Scarlet. This is our pressed powder in a lighter color. This is one shade lighter than what I use. And then I've got our new concealer powder brush, and I'm going to use this in, and we're going to go highlight underneath our eyes. So when you're doing your makeup, you want to highlight this whole area, and you want to come down in a V. So you're contouring here and highlighting here because you want to draw the light and the attention here. And this brush is just so perfect for this. Sometimes concealers can be super heavy and they can actually seep into your wrinkles under your eyes, and it actually makes you look older than what you are. So I find that the powder being so light does help, and it doesn't it doesn't cake there and it doesn't make me look older than what I am. So another thing is, so we sculpted the outside of our nose. So if you want to continue making our nose look smaller, I take a little bit of this lighter color. Now you can use the luminizers for this, but my nose and my T-zone tend to be oily areas, and where you're oily, you don't want to add shine to it, because then that's going to make it look oilier, if that makes sense. So I'm going to use the powder, which is a matte color. I'm going to go down my nose to highlight it, and then my nose looks really super duper sculpt, right? Super easy little tricks that help make you lose weight. I mean, who doesn't want to know how to do that? All right, so we're going to put a little bit of blush on now, and watch this. Y'all are going to freak out at this color. It's like, wow, bam. This color is sophisticated. This is actually the universal color. This looks good on everybody. Our blushers are so pigmented that you hardly need any. And this is a coral color, which goes with kind of the look I'm doing today. Very neutral eyes, and spring. The spring is very for corals. So I'm putting a little bit on, and we're gonna blend this out. Now when you're doing your blush, you do not want to go all the way back like before, okay? You want to keep it kind of on the apples of your cheeks. So we're just gonna blush that out, because we don't want it that dark, right? That was a bit dark. But it actually does come out to being a really, really pretty color. And then you see now that I've got my bronzer on, I've got a little bit of blush, but you can see how this is all kind of highlighted and looks really good underneath my eyes. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna take, so now we have the powder Illuminizers, okay? They come in a little compact like this. All right, this is iridescent. So this is one color y'all haven't seen, and I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand. I like the powders. They're super duper easy to work with. So that is iridescent right there. I have benevolent right here as well, and then I also have lustrous. So we are going to use this color with a fan brush, and we're going back and we're just gonna highlight where we want. So you're gonna take the fan brush, and this is gonna go, so you got contouring, and then we've got a little bit of blush, but this is the highlight. So you're gonna go in this area, and you can see as I fan it on, you can see how that area is turning lighter, correct? And giving you a little shine. So you put your luminizers here. If you're not oily, then you would go down your nose, okay? I also like to put it right above your eyebrow, because what that does, it helps arch your eyebrow. Then we're gonna come on this side, and we're gonna run it right in here. All right, and you can even run it kind of up to your eye. But you see where I just put that sheen right there? Look how pretty that comes out. So when you're out in the sun, and the sun hits you right there, you're gonna have a really pretty, soft glow. And then we're gonna add it to the top here. All right, so as far as the colors go, it's kind of your personal preference. I mean, like I said, this is the whitest one, this is the lightest, and I added it here, which I've used it. It just kind of depends. Nice glow. So instead of using, and this color, which one? This is the benevolent powder right here. The powders, or if you, that's the benevolent powders, like right there. If you don't want something wild and crazy and you're just kind of getting into that, then I would definitely suggest getting a powder. They're gonna last forever too. The other little trick with the powders that I've done before is take the iridescent or any of the colors, and you can put them right under your eyebrow here to kind of highlight that little area. But I love the powders, and I love the liquids so far after playing around with them. The other thing you can do, I use the powder and the little fan brush. You can take the liquid luminizers, and you can take a sponge and put a tiny bit on there, and then you can dab it in the same area to get the same effect. It's just whatever you want and whatever preference you have. But that is it. I hope you enjoyed. Share if you like. Just a little bit ways to help you lose about 10 pounds in your face. You just got to know how to contour it. And the bronzers are super duper easy, foolproof. We've got 3 different shades. Sunset is the lightest. Malibu is the darkest. I use Sunset up here and Malibu down here. And then that's kind of it. It's super easy. It takes 5 minutes, but bronzers are definitely a must. If you haven't tried them, you need to try them, and they will last forever because you don't need a lot because they're really pigmented. All right, ooh, let's finish it off. I didn't even do my, we're going to do, make sure my lips are dry. I'm going to do Sappy. This is a lip stain. We just came out with 6 new colors, but this is like an oldie but goodie. Lip stains, look, cool little container, right? They will last you forever. I've had this one close to, I think, a year now. The lip stains go on and they are meant to last for a long time. They dry to a matte finish and they don't come off. They're not transferable. Sappy is one of the lighter colors. With your lipsticks and stuff staying on, a recommendation I would make is putting foundation on there or putting primer on your lips beforehand. Definitely exfoliating them will definitely help. So first, I try to, some days I put 2 coats of the stain on. So you let the first coat dry. The more you put on, the darker, of course, it's going to be. All right, finished look for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I also, if you missed it, I did use our liquid Illuminizers as my eyeshadow for the day. That with a little bit of palette 1, and it makes for a really cute spring corally eyeshadow look. So I hope y'all all enjoyed it. If you have any questions about the Illuminizers, there's 6 different shades, and every shade is meant to look good on every skin tone. There are a few that I would only recommend mixing with your BB cream or your liquid foundation, but that's what I did first, was I mixed it with my liquid foundation. And I love the look. I love the consistency of the liquid foundation when you mix it in, and I love the coverage it gives you. So if you have any questions, and look, seriously, these tubes are going to last forever because it is the tiniest drop you need for anything. So all right, y'all have a great day. I'm off to do a show and tell at school with the guinea pigs. All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.